Hello and welcome everybody to week 6 of the WPF Delta. Week 6 is my match against Mike, WreckItMike. His team's pretty scary. It's a pretty decent rain team. Greninja are Taladon with Terra, Ursaluna Blood Moon, Hatterene, Annihilate, Ogerpon Hearthflame, Overquill, Thunderous Therian, Pelipper, and Spidops Therian. Or Spidops with Terra. He does have a little bit of a Trick Room mode with Ursaluna Blood Moon and Hatterene, but I do think the main threat into my team specifically would definitely be that rain route. The main Pokemon that I'm particularly threatened by would be like Ogerpon Hearthflame, because I actually kind of struggle to deal with it offensively, despite its fire type moves being weakened in the rain. It's a Pokemon that I can't really switch Caporaja into because it would still take like, 50% to an IV Cudgel even in the rain. Bisharp could maybe do it, especially if I were to go like, what's an example? Terra Fire into Ogerpon Hearthflame, even though I do think he's going to bring a coverage move, probably like Stomping Tantrum, so he can hit Iron Moth and Bisharp a little better outside of the rain or inside of the rain. And he does also have just like general threats. Archaladon is a Pokemon I do kind of struggle to deal with defensively. It just takes everything because I just don't have a Pokemon that's like really good at getting into it and dealing damage to it. Annihilate is just overwhelmingly bulky to the point where I don't know if I'm gonna have a great time dealing with it either. And then Overquill is really fast in the rain, especially it's Life Orb Gunk Shots. If it gets a Swords Dance up, it's just gonna like sweep my entire team, especially in that rain. Greninja is a big threat as well. But to move right into the team builder, I'm bringing a Never Melt Ice Baxcalibur. This is so that Freeze Dry has a guaranteed chance of OHKOing Pelipper, despite my negative special attack nature. Icicle Crash should also boost the power of that. It's Icicle Crash. I mean, look at his resists. It's really just Greninja, and Greninja's a Pokemon I would click Glaive Rush on it anyways. So getting extra power through my Ice type moves just means he doesn't really ever have a switch. And this is really all the investment I need into attack in order to guarantee some OHKOs or just make sure that chip is like even more manageable. If I get +1 Baxcalibur in both speed and attack, and then I don't have to, like, let's just say hypothetically I don't have to deal with a Swift Swim Overquill, or he doesn't have a Scarfmon for whatever reason, this Pokemon does just sweep his entire team. I'm pretty sure I OHKO everything not named Archaladon. And I guess Fizzadev Hatterene. Those are the only Pokemon that would ever survive this attack. These combinations of attacks. So this is a set I'm very excited to use it. It's very bulky. I think this will do really well. We have a Choice Scarf Rotom Wash. That's so Ogerpon isn't necessarily the biggest threat ever, and so same thing with Greninja. I can come in, especially in the rain, click Hydro Pump, and his entire team takes a tremendous amount of damage. He just doesn't have a good resist for other water type moves. Greninja and Pelipper can be resist, but neither of them want to switch into Volt Switch, and Archaladon's special defense is very low. So a Hydro Pump from a Scarf Rotom Wash in the rain will be doing a very large amount of damage. Will-O-Wisp is still there just in case I need to burn something like Overquill. Because Overquill can still be a massive threat. Trick is so that I can deal with maybe like a Bulk Up Annihilate, Hatterene, Archaladon if it's Iron Defense, or maybe if I just want to make sure it's getting locked into like a ground, their electric type moves, for example, so maybe I can switch into Garchomp a little more easily. But this is Pokemon. The speed is very nice. I think this is going to do very well. We have a Power Herb Iron Moth, my first time bringing it this season. I have a Meteor Beam set so that I can just click that into Ogerpon and kill it very easily. It also lets me boost high enough that I can kill Pelipper and Overquill in one attack, as well as Thunderous. I can use that attack to OHKO something like Greninja, Spidops, and then otherwise it just boosts my attack to like really high levels. I have Terra Blast Water as a nuke button in the rain. My main reason for bringing that was that this move in the rain is so much stronger than Psychic would even be into Annihilate. So that's a very powerful attack that I can just kind of spam into his entire team. Because again, his water resist is very easily able to deal with. Especially with like, just having any coverage move. This Pokemon's special attack is so high that Sludge Wave at +1 should always KO Greninja, should always KO Pelipper. It's not really an issue for this Pokemon to deal with those Pokemon. And then Psychic is just there in case I don't have the Rain up, because then it still is more powerful into Annihilate, and I do think it's probably going to be a bulk up set if he ends up bringing it this week. We have Copper Raja. This is just utility mainly. It lets me get rocks up. It lets me whirlwind Pokemon out. It's good into Hatterene mainly because I really do want to get rocks up in this game. But Hatterene always, you know, Magic Bounce pushes the Stealth Rock away. So I want to have Pokemon that can be able to offensively pressure Hatterene out so that I can more easily get Stealth Rocks up. We have Clefable. It's a Calm Mind set. I feel like Clefable is a Pokemon where if I can get a couple Calm Minds up, this Pokemon can just kind of wreak havoc as well. He doesn't have a great Fairy Resist. It's Ogerpon Hearthflame. That's it. And that's a Pokemon, while it is a very good resist to Clefable, it also really doesn't want to get paralyzed. So I'm hoping Clefable can maybe sweep a little bit here, at least maybe put in some offensive pressure with its defensive nature, setting up Calm Minds, slowly boosting up its special attack to a point where it just can't be, it has to be respected. It is threatened by Overquill very easily, but if Overquill is Poison Jab, it's pretty easily able to tank hits from Overquill, unless it's Life Orb, of course. So unless he's Gunk Shot, Life Orb, I shouldn't be threatened by anything really too much. And then finally we have a Life Orb Garchomp. I'm going all special this week, and that's because his special resistance is much worse than his physical resistance. I have Draco Meteor as just a very powerful nuke button, Earth Power as a more consistent stab out option. Power Gem lets me hit something like Pelipper and Ogerpon Hearthflame without having to resort to Draco Meteor. And Surf lets me kill Oko, Ursaluna, Blood Moon in the rain if I need to. So that is going to be the team. I hope you guys all enjoy the battle, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome everybody to week 6 of the WPF versus WreckItMike today. He has a pretty threatening rain team. He didn't bring, and what did he not bring? He didn't bring Hatterene. That's kind of fascinating because I think this Pokemon does really well into a matchup without Hatterene. I think I'm just gonna lead Garchomp though. Lead Garchomp kind of pairs well into everything that's not named Ice Beam Scarf Pelipper. And Greninja, I suppose, as well, but Greninja is pretty easy to switch into. I think this is fine, because if I see something that could be a threat, like immediately, kind of just go into Copper. I really want to get rocks off, and Copper is kind of just there for like utility. Versus Garchomp is just like an early game breaker. So I think I can kind of just lead Garchomp. Lead Copper wouldn't have been a bad idea either on paper, but it would have been more threatened by like specific matchups. Annihilate, for example, it doesn't want to come in against Ogerpon at all. It just immediately dies. Although I do think Pelipper is probably the lead, typically is. Asuka is going to be Ogerpon, so this was a good lead on my end. Ogerpon is a threat for sure, but I have Ice Shard on Excalibur, I believe. Actually, I don't think I do. Garchomp's still fine. Garchomp is good into this. Now, it does suck that it is what it is. I have a Scarfed Rotom, so if I can get like Power Gem off here, or hell, even a Draco Meteor, that could be pretty good. One Power Gem, he is gonna see Draco Meteor probably incoming, maybe Stone Edge. I kind of want to click Earth Power just once. That's fine. Okay, this is almost dead. I'm okay with Spikes. Spikes is actually so okay. I'm gonna get this off my field, dude. Jesus Christ. Oh, hell yeah, dude. He's gonna want to switch, and he's not gonna want to go into Annihilate. There's no way. What would he want to go out into? He probably just lets this go down, to be completely honest. I could just maybe justify clicking Power Gem here. I just click Earth Power. I always click Earth Power. Special Life Orb Garchomp incoming, dude. Annihilate comes out, it takes 25% if it's max SpDef. If it's not max SpDef and it has like, you know, maybe it's more of an offensive set, that thing's taking like 42%. This thing kind of breaks a little bit. It breaks through in a way that he's just not really going to be able to do so well. He does switch. Okay. Is it Pelipper? Okada is going to be Pelipper. Okay. This could be Ice Beam. I think Garchomp still holds a lot of value. Maybe I just go into something like Copper Raja. Does he have Thunderous? He doesn't. I could just go hard out into Rotom. I think that's not so bad of an idea. Let's just go, yeah, let's just go Rotom. Rotom comes out, takes a Hurricane, sure, but like, I don't think I'm threatened by anything, am I? U-turn's fine. What's he gonna go out into? I'm Scarfed. He's Terra Fairy on Arch. I burn Annihilate if that's what I see. Hell, I actually think I get rid of my Scarf if I see Annihilate. I really don't care. Because Ogerpon's weakened to the point where anything is kind of gonna just take care of it. If I see Archaladon or Annihilate or something, I think it just click Trick on it. That's Archaladon. I'm gonna Trick that. I don't want to deal with that. I think I'm gonna see Electroshock here. But if I do, okay, that's fine. I'm kind of okay with that. How much is this going to do to Rotom? That does a lot. It's too much damage for me to stay in. I could just go Garchomp again. If I go Garchomp, then I see something like Greninja come out. That's with an Assault Vest. Jesus Christ. That's definitely going to be faster than me. Rotom isn't necessarily faster than a lot of his team. I think he does just like, he just sacks this, right? There's no way he lets this stay in. I could go, I mean, I think I just go Garchomp. I think I go Garchomp one time. If I see Greninja, I just kind of go back out into Rotom. Because I feel like Greninja might not be able to like really do much to Rotom. I mean, Dark Pulse does kill me if that's what he ends up going for. Yeah, let's just hard switch to Garchomp. Maybe he just wants to, like, you know, let it happen. He is gonna hard switch out though. What's he gonna go out into? That's Asuka. That is Ogerpon again. Okay, that's fine. I think I'm okay with this. It does mean he gets another layer of spikes up, which is kind of unfortunate. But Garchomp should be able to reliably get the KO. If it doesn't, then I mean, I'm just gonna Power Gem once. I don't believe Ogerpon is gonna be capable of killing me here. Power Whip, if it's not adamant, never kills. A max roll would hit me, would leave me with 4 HP. He does need to get more chip in order for Power Whip to be a guaranteed KO. Or even a chance for a KO. If he goes Pelipper, then Pelipper gets 2-hit KO'd. So I really want to see Pelipper here. That's Pelipper. Let's go, dude. Very excited about that. I'm very happy about that. Goodness gracious. That doesn't look like Scarf to me. That looks like max HP still. But it could, I guess it could still be Scarfed. I think I click. Maybe he goes out into Annihilate is the possibility here. Surf should always be able to kill him, I think. Especially in the rain. I think Surf is a chance to kill, so let's click Surf. He might switch. Go out into Annihilate or something. Annihilate's not going to take too much damage from Surf, but at least it does do like 25% if it's max PDF. If he goes Ogerpon, he doesn't tank the hit anymore. because it's in the rain. Yep. Could have clicked Draco there. Could have. Let's annihilate. Big damage. Huge damage. We're gonna click Draco here. Because I think Garchomp's kind of done breaking. Huge chip. That's massive. That doesn't look like max bulk to me. If it was, that was like max roll. Draco should. I don't think Draco is gonna have a chance of killing. I don't think so, but who knows? We'll see. This 80 base special attack, Garchomp's kind of putting in the work here. I ain't gonna lie. He does not have a switch in for this Draco. If he goes like Archaludon or something, that thing's taking too much damage, especially because it's scarfed now. If this is scarfed, he doesn't reliably OHKO me unless he clicks like Ice Punch. It is scarfed though. That should not kill me. Yeah, this is dead, I think. Yes. Garchomp, dude, you're crazy. That was scarfed. It's also dead. I am still alive. That is potentially problematic. If like Ogerpon comes back out and it clicks Trailblaze, that could kind of suck. But I think I should have a way of still living an attack. I think Clefable should be able to always live an attack from Ogerpon. Yeah. If Rain is still up, Copperajah still can. Let's see, how many turns of Rain are there left? One more turn. Garchomp always dies on the incoming, so there's no point in me leaving it around unless I want to sack off Ogerpon first and then bring out something like Clefable just to get the KO. Ooh, but Clefable doesn't reliably kill, is the thing. I would need to get T-Wave off. I am in the rain. I doubt he would want to go for Power Whip. I could just go Clef first and try and paralyze this. Clef isn't so good at the moment. It is still valuable though. Garchomp is less so. Can Bax live an attack? Guaranteed? Yeah, pretty comfortably. It can. Yeah, okay. I'll let this go down. I'll click Power Gem or something. Okay, it's clicking Ivy, so that's fine. I kind of want to go this dude. Although my Bax probably isn't faster than his Archaludon, is what kind of sucks here. There's no way he doesn't have some sort of move to hit Rotom. I would be kind of shocked if he doesn't have a move to hit him. Copperajah dies. I could go Clefable, but I think this is probably my move. It's just to go out into Baxcalibur and click Glade Rush, just to get the thing out of the way. It does suck that I'm not going to be able to like really sweep with this Mon, but I think that's fine. I honestly, I could justify clicking it, like Dragon Dance, but if he's like, does Play Rough ever kill me? I don't think it does. No. I could click Dragon Dance here, so I think I probably should. I don't know if that's getting greedy though, so I don't know. Rock Tomb, interesting. Okay, that's really interesting. That does put me in range to die to a Ogerpon move. I click Icicle Crash here, I guess. That's a really good move to bring, is Rock Tomb. I didn't really think he was going to, because it's kind of only good for Baxcalibur, but that's fine. If I'm like +1, I do think he has to kind of fear Ice Shard here. Yeah, he does. He has to consider Ice Shard being a kill. So So, I mean, I click Icicle Crash either way. I don't think there's any, like, justification for me not to, unfortunately. And that's a roll to kill. And he didn't hit it. That's really good. Okay, thank gosh, Baxcalibur. I appreciate you very much. Oh my god. That was a threat. That Ogerpon was always going to be a threat. The main way I had to deal with it was if rain wasn't up, hopefully I was going to be able to deal with it somehow. That was kind of always how it was going to be. He can go Greninja here. Hear you. That's something else. That is going to be... Yeah, okay, sorry. I haven't seen Greninja. Bax always dies. I think I go into Iron Moth first. Or not Iron Moth, Rotom. I sack Rotom off. I try to. Because if it's not Life Orbed, into Rotom, because I'm Assault Vest now, it shouldn't ever be able to kill me. So I go into Rotom first, and then I go back out into Bax, so I can hopefully avoid Battle Bond. Now this always relies on if it's Life Orb or not. Which it looks like it is. I mean, I just go Clef here. Oh, was that not Life Orb? It's Specs. I believe it's Specs then. I still go Clef. Because that was never, that doesn't kill me unless he's Modest. Or like Blackberry, or like, you know, what's it called? Black Glasses, I guess. Now if he's like not, hypothetically, does Gunk Shot ever kill me? No, never does Gunk Shot ever kill me. So I mean, I think I do just click, I think I probably click Moonblast. I could maybe click Calm Mind, but if he's not Gunk Shot or something, that really isn't good. I am gonna click T-Wave actually, because if he goes into like, he's faster than me. Well, I mean, obviously he's faster than me. What is this Pokemon? He was in Life Orb earlier. Come on. He did not take shit. That's fine. I think Iron Moth should be able to come out. So he's still +1, but he is paralyzed now. That would mean he's slower than my Iron Moth, of course. So I could go out into that and click Sludge Wave and hope that I click the roll. Maybe I just let this thing go down. Because if I let this thing go down, can Overquill ever come out and kill me? With Gunk Shot it could if I want Terra Water. So obviously I don't want to do that right away. I'll let Clef go down. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I don't know if that was necessarily good for me. Like, it obviously is good. It's obviously good. I get to remove Greninja for like very little reason, or for very little damage. And it kind of forces him to go out into like Overquill, because if he goes out into Archaladon, then he locks himself into a move. And I get to like sack off Baxcalibur to make that, you know, worthwhile. Pinhead, that's Overquill. I think I can just go Kaparaja. If he's Life Orbed, then Crunch is a 2-hit KO, potentially. After one layer of spikes, it's a guaranteed 2-hit KO if he goes for Crunch here. I could just go Bax and then go out into Kaparaja. I think that's probably the way I should do this. The thing is, Clefable, does Clefable hold a lot of use right now? I guess it still forces him to like click a move. I guess I should click Thunder Wave. Okay, yeah, it still forced him to click Gunk Shot. So if he missed that, then that wasn't good for him. I do think I just go Baxcalibur here. Ooh, it's not. Maybe I just go this dude. If it's not scarfed, it's life orbed, obviously. Ooh. I do think I click Terra Blast. Can I click Terra Blast and kill this thing? No. I have to click Meteor Beam. I will click Meteor Beam. Do I have to Terra? If I don't Terra and he clicks Crunch, Crunch is a pretty good chance of KOing me. I think there's very little reason for me not to click Terra here. Because it forces him to click Gong Shot. If he misses, then I get Meteor Beam +1 at least. I think I do just Terra Meteor Beam. He probably switches into Pelipper, probably. Which is why, maybe I could have argued not to do it right away. But hopefully Kaparaja can still deal with this thing. I mean, Heavy Slam is a 2-hit KO. He doesn't switch. He's probably not expecting Meteor Beam, but Meteor Beam is my relatively reliable. It does have a small chance to miss, 90%. But if I do hit Meteor Beam, this thing should be dead. Let's see. And it hits. That's huge. That is a dead Overquill. Ada is back out. That's Pelipper. I don't have rocks up or anything. Do I need the investment in order to kill our Chaladon? That specialty bulky monster guy. If I were to assume Assault Vest set and then like remove the Assault Vest from it, a Terra Blast, Water Terra Blast does 34%. I kind of do need this boost. Does our Chaladon kill me with Electro Shot? Like, almost definitely, right? I'm gonna sack off this dude. I'm gonna get rid of him. Hopefully he doesn't hard switch. What does he click? Hurricane? I'm gonna go Kaparaja. I think I click Stealth Rock once and then knock off if he switches out. He's Damp Rock, I know that. But I'll click Stealth Rock once, yeah. I don't think that'll be a 2-hit KO. I don't believe so. Oh, that crit could have been huge. Ooh. That crit could have been massive. I think that means... I think I clicked Stealth Rock again. I think I try and like bait out these rain turns a little bit. Maybe I could justify clicking like knockoff. I think I lost this game. I don't think it was necessarily my fault. I just don't think I had a great matchup here and I didn't have really the time to prep for it. Knockoff shouldn't ever be able to KO this thing. So maybe I just click knockoff. If he switches out. Yeah, I'll just click knockoff, that's fine. This shouldn't kill me still. Yeah. That's fine. Knockoff gets rid of the Damp Rock. It means he also can't switch out, really. I will click... Do I click knockoff again in case he switches for some reason? How many turns left of rain are there? There's like 5 turns left still, right? 2 turns. He set it up with Damp Rock though, so he has 4 more turns left. If you were to switch hard out into Archaladon, getting knockoff would be better. And then I bring back out Iron Moth. It was definitely, my move was definitely to not Terrasilize with Iron Moth. Me clicking Terrasalization there was definitely not the move. I go Iron Moth, and then I click Meteor Beam again, I think. Meteor Beam would stall out the most amount of turns, although I don't think it matters. It depends on if I miss, actually. I think missing could potentially be good for me. Depends on how many, you know, how bad Hurricane goes for me. Oh. Yeah, I think that's GG now. Man, giving him the Scarf was bad on paper, but it was only because he was Assault Vest, and he still did so much damage to me. Like, I don't know, Rotom Wash maybe wasn't the play there. I should always be outsped. I don't believe Electro Shot has a chance to miss. I'm still faster than you? I was still faster than you? Are you serious? Wait, I had a game there. Why was I still faster than you? I don't think that was possible. I don't have a lot of speed investment. If you have any speed, I always got outsped there. Like any meaningful speed. Ah, that is such a shame. I had actually like a crazy end game there. Are you serious? I killed Pelipper. I got a crazy hit on this dude. Or I think I even just like swapped out. Oh wow, I had a game there. I don't know. I didn't have the really like, I didn't really have a good moveset for that thing because I thought it would always Terrasilize onto me. That's such a shame. I feel terrible, man. I didn't even like, I had like, it's not, this does not take away his thing. I prepped for an entirely different team. So that feels really crap. It's a 1-0 loss. That's not so bad. My first 3 victories in the beginning of the season really are kind of carrying me here a little bit, but my last few losses were like so bad from really bad luck. What would have been better there if I had like Discharge or something, maybe, or not Discharge, like Dazzling Gleam. I also think obviously I just should have never Terrasilized there. There was no need for me to do that. That's kind of unfortunate. I feel like if I recognized I was going to be faster than him, I probably had a game there. I thought I would always be slower than Archaladon, so clicking Terrasalization there forced him into a specific move. I don't know. I feel pretty funky about that. I don't know if we either of us got super lucky, or maybe, you know, just like the board space wasn't really in anybody's favor necessarily, so people were kind of just outplaying themselves. I felt like I was kind of outplaying myself there. Electroshock just did so much damage to Rotom. Why did it do that much? Because I stole his Assault Vest and everything. Like his damage was whack. He shouldn't have been able to KO me, I think, or unless he had like actually like really decent special attack investment. He needed like he actually needed the investment in order to like get that kind of crazy roll. So that was kind of wild, I think. I don't know. I feel weird, but it's GG's to WreckItMike. I'm glad it was only a 1-0 loss. I didn't get a crazy amount of time to prep, as I said earlier. So that's a good enough win for me. I'm actually, or a good enough loss for me. I'm not actually mad about that. I'm just a little confused. I feel like that game didn't really go great for either side. So GG's to Mike. And I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. I'll see you next week. I think week 7 I play against I'll be playing against MrTJP next week. So I hope you're all excited for that, and I'll see you then. You have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.